I thought I'd hear a round of applause.
Let's clap, let's clap, let's clap.
Come
Let's put our hands together.
He is the one moderating this session, which is how to digitalize TVET. Secondly, I would like to call on our panelists today, the manager, Cafe One, all those drinks you've been enjoying, those free, beautiful drinks we've been enjoying today and since yesterday, of course. Manager, Cafe One by Sterling Bank, Mrs. Roslyn Nkata. You people can't pour somebody's on there.
Unless our hands are busy. Please, let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you.
You, all of you here, you have tasted that cold, beautiful drink, and I expected more. Anyway, next I'm calling on stage the CEO and co-founder of Live Band, Mr. John Wame.
A round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen.
See, he's clapping for himself. Oh, come on.
If they won't praise you, you praise yourself.
I'll also like to welcome next application engineer, digital manufacturing, Autodesk engineer, Cyril Iheanacho. See, everyone is taking the cue. They are clapping for themselves. Let me help them. Thank you very much. This promises to be a very wonderful discussion, and we look forward for you to do justice to it. Right, Jaja?
Okay, thank you very much. I thought we had someone from Legend.
Okay, no.
Okay, it's not available. Okay, just want to be sure. Okay, thank you very much.
And this session, it's 25 minutes.
Wow.
Specifically so that you, Mr. Bright, will know, because we understand that at
we
some
know
point...
you're so passionate. This is your thing.
No. Please, we sincerely apologize. It's because of Mr. Bright, so that's why. But we'll get, of course, while the session is on. But we'll keep it 25, please. Bright, okay. No motivational talks. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
I'm moderating. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just asking questions.
Very good. Just so that the spirits will not enter you.
Okay. So first of all, no tension. This is the coolest panel. As you can see, we got sneakers on. We got sneakers on, right? We're chilled. So it's just going to be a conversation. There's nothing serious. We're all young people doing amazing things, and so we're just here to talk. Right. Before we start, I would just like for us to have our panelists talk about 2 minutes. Just tell us what you do and why what you do is so important. Just one mic. Can we have more mics, please? Thank you. Okay. All right, there's a mic next to you too. Okay. You don't like us.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Roslyn once again. I manage Cafe One by Sterling. That's an innovation hub by Sterling Bank. So I like to start by saying, in Sterling Bank, there's this quote we use, innovate or die. So the idea around it is, when you see a system, when you see a structures, when you see things that you don't like, be the one to champion that change. And Sterling is currently doing that by building systems and structures to solve everyday problem. And we're specifically focused on what we call the heart. We call it the heart of Sterling. That's the health, education, agriculture, renewable energy, and transportation. Why do we focus on the heart? Because take your paycheck, take your business profits, you would definitely have to spend on all one or four of this of this sector. And like I mentioned, we are solving everyday problem. And the innovation around Cafe One is we are challenging conventional banking. I like what skillers are doing because they are also challenging conventional way of acquiring skills. And that's why this platform is it's very interesting for us at Sterling and also at Cafe One. And like I said, Cafe One is a digital bank, Sterling Bank's digital bank. We have a cafe, That's why you have your free drinks there, by the way. We
free
weren't
drinks.
sure if you want coffee. So we have a co-work space, and then we are so vested in building communities that are centered around our users' experience. And I'll keep bringing on what Skillers NG are doing. They are also building community centered around vocational users. I don't want to use the word artisans, like he said, centered around skillers, you know. And if I may tie it to AI, artificial intelligence, you would agree with me that artificial intelligence is constantly changing how we do things.
Okay.
Is my time up?
Yeah, you're going to another question, so we'll get to that.
Be kind
We'll get
now,
to-
right?
we'll
We're
get to-
not supposed to be serious in this session.
We'll get to that. So, sir, just 2 minutes.
Fantastic. I think she's taking some of my 2 minutes, so I have 1.5 left. But my name is John Orman, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of LiveEnd. We basically are also in the construction space. And why we do what we do is that the construction industry in Nigeria and in Africa is a beast. And the person who is able to tame that beast would be proud, would also, reap a lot of benefits. One thing that's important to me as a person is living anywhere that I am better than I met it. And like she said, I'm adopting that saying, by the way, innovate or die, right? We either improve or we die. Sometimes you're outside the country with your green passport. We have such a bad reputation. Meanwhile, we have some of the greatest people in the world. What's the difference? The difference is that we haven't harnessed our greatness to bring about improvement in the things that we do. And that's what matters to us most at Construct. We want to see a construction industry in the next 5-10 years where when people think investments, that's the first thought that they go to. We want to understand why the industry is suffering what is suffering,
Yes.
and see how we can tackle those pain points, that it's facing to make it a better place. So that's why we do what we do.
Thank you. That's really good.
Hello.
Go ahead, sir. Yes.
Okay, my name is Cyril. I'm an application engineer for Jita Manufacturing. We work with Autodex. So I don't want to waste much time because we've already exhausted the time we have. Basically, what we do makes your work easy. Like when you look around here, you will see that the guys that are doing things, they have a particular blueprint they are using. That is the design. The work they are doing is easy because they have a design. If they don't have a design, if they are working from their head, it will be very difficult or mostly impossible for them to achieve what they were asked to do. So the design they have is what helped them to achieve that. And that is basically where we come in. We provide the software that will help you to achieve what you have. Build the conceptual idea that you have. Innovate even before manufacturing. Understand what you are manufacturing. That is basically what we do, and that is why it is absolutely important. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just remembered when he said something about Nigerian passports not being valid outside, or just there's a stereotype that comes with you being Nigerian. I remember I was in DC with a friend of mine, I think he's here somewhere, Henrich, and we were close to the White House, and there was this dude that came. I was like, yo, you got some change? All these guys on the street, these homeless guys, like, you got some change? I'm like, oh, we don't have any money on us right now, but we're looking for something. We're trying to locate how we could get to the Senate. And then the guy's like, yo, your accent sounds different. Are you Nigerian? And I said, yes. And the guy literally stepped back. I was like, yo, you all are slick. Now, listen, this dude just came to us to ask for money. The next minute that he knew I was Nigerian, he thought I was going to steal from him.
The homeless guy.
A homeless guy. Like, till today, it still shocks me. And it's really, really bad out there, the way, we're perceived. And this is because of, especially mostly the things that we project in the media. The stories that we tell. We're not telling the right stories. We're not telling the right stories. And it starts with our media also. I understand that, it's negative news sells. It trends. But what it does to our image in general is actually very, very major. That it doesn't just affect our individuality, it actually also affects our economy. right? So I think that's one thing that we need to really work on as citizens of Nigeria, as the media. Let's tell the right stories. Let's tell the stories of young people who are doing amazing things. Before they say I'm talking too much, let's go back to the panel discussion. Now, technology is everything. Like you said, innovate or die, right? I wanted you to tell me exactly the part of technology or innovation, that innovative part in your business.
Okay, thank you. Conventional banking, like I said, uses all the structures, segment customers according to bank balances, according to sectors. But in Cafe One by Sterling, we don't do that. We segment our customer based on their interests. That's how we segment customers. How do we leverage technology to do this? We embed it in our platform. So when you register for any Cafe One event, be it you want to register to join a Cafe One community, you want to join a Fusion, we are currently working to launch a Cafe One app, mobile app, or any of the normal events we do. We have Sip and Paint that we organize, we have SME clinic for small businesses, and we have a host of other events. So when you register for that, the platform sifts your data according to that preference and puts you into a community that you would want to be. So be it you love games, it will put you in that community. So it completely, it helps us meet our customer base at what appeals to them. And that we are able to either direct them to a particular product that would answer their specific need. So I'm not coming to you to say open an account like a normal bank would do. No. I'm giving you what we call it, we are offering banking as a service based on your need. For instance, if you're in a lifestyle community and you say one of your goals is to travel the world. So in offering banking as a service to help you meet your goal, we will tell you, you can actually choose where you want to go to. This is the total cost of it. Okay, you can go and pay over 12 months, 24 months. We've actually satisfied that's your interest, but we are not throwing banking into your face. So in essence, we are leveraging technology to challenge conventional banking systems. We're trying to bring banking, we call it reimagining banking. That's what we are doing. And it's the first of its kind in Nigeria currently, and we are gaining grounds.
Thank you, thank you. I think we're all fans of Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank actually,
we're all beneficiaries.
Yeah, beneficiaries and fans of Sterling Bank, because Sterling Bank is not just a bank. It's a one customer bank, and the idea behind the one customer is about people. It's about you. It's about your needs, not just your financial needs, but your social needs. I'm not going to keep on going because I'll probably stretch, but let's go to you, sir. You're in an industry that is highly informal, very informal, and traditional. What would you say your business or your platform is doing to enable, reduce that informality, or to probably eradicate it?
Fantastic, thank you so much. I think the first thing is, for us, it's about understanding who our customer is. If you say someone is informal, there's a reason they are informal. So first of all, understanding who they are and why they are the way they are. Like I always say, technology is like energy, is like power. It can be anything, right? Putting a gun in the hand of a man, you give him some sort of power. He can either use it as a security man to protect a space, or he can use it as an arm robber. That's how technology is, depending on the direction you focus it, right? So for us, is understanding why is this industry informal the way it is. One of the reasons is that a lot of collaborations in the past, they failed. Well, there's more failed transactions than successful ones, right? And they're now seeing how can we leverage technology to improve on those metrics. Why did they even fail in the first place? Sometimes you hear a CEO of a construction company priding in the fact that he sits on every department. He's a part of procurement, he's part of this, he's part of that, he's doing everything. That's not supposed to be a pride. But the truth is, if you check, all the transactions he delegated to one person or another ended up having less result than they will have if he did it himself. So right now, he's doing 5 projects and he can't take a 6th one because it will kill him. So for us, is understanding our informal sector, knowing why it is like that, and then seeing how we can use technology not to change what they are doing, because it's such an uphill task to try to change a traditional person, but to help them do what they are already currently doing in a more efficient, more effective way, that they are happy and we are happy. Right? So that's what we stand for. And I must tell you, it's really like an uphill task, or it has been so far. But thank God for partners like Sterling Bank who joined us and have supported us. Thank us for a couple of the construction companies that are also forward thinking and have said, you know what, beyond making Naira and Kobo, we want to make this industry better. And we see that what you're building will potentially do that. And so we will support you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Like you said, there's something about people accepting things that are new. It's just Nigerians especially. Oh, we find it hard to accept new things. Like, we just have this idea, this is how it is, this is how we want it to be. Now, when it comes to Autodex, right? It's a software for design, right? Now, what I want to ask is, how are you able to get more people to understand how to use this software, especially when it comes to the artisans? Because mostly the people that use this are mostly the architects and engineers who are well knowledgeable. But you discover that these artisans don't have that skill or that knowledge, that information to be able to use this technology. What are you doing to make sure that these guys are able to acquire these skills to use the technology?
Thank you for that question. I had the opportunity to follow the tour around, and I saw a lot of things. I asked a lot of questions. I reached out to some of the artisans that are actually working, and I discovered that most of them don't know anything about the design given to them. Just that they can be able to read the design and interpret it. But producing that design is not something they can do. Now, what we do is we bring this software close to everybody. One thing about technology is people being able, like what you said, embrace the technology, understand how the solution helps us in what we are doing. Because if you don't understand how this particular software can help you minimize the time that you're going to spend in working on a particular project, if it's going to take you 5 hours to finish a project, with this software, it can reduce the time to maybe two hours, because you have been able to design what you want to do, and now we are working towards that. So what we do basically is that we organize training. We have training for that. We currently have Autodex in partnership with educators, where we train the trainers. Universities, secondary school, technical schools. I've been able to reach out to some technical schools that have been in attendance here. We have partnership with some universities where we train students, because we believe that they are the future. We believe that they are the ones that are going to change what is going to happen in Nigeria. If you are wishing for anything, these guys are the ones that are going to do that. So we go to the universities, we train them, and these are free of charge training, where we introduce both the artisans, both the engineers. You see some people that are not even in the field, but they have passion for design. They now understand, oh, this is what I can actually be able to innovate, to produce using this software. And when they have that ability to do that, it gives them great joy to participate and be part of what is happening. So I think basically what we do is we try to train students. Like we would like to work with you also, get people involved, train them on the usage of this software. All these artisans, you make the work interesting when it is not just about cutting and fitting. It's about sitting down, innovating, bringing out ideas, brainstorming, bringing out innovative ideas that people have not actually thought of. So when people have this opportunity to bring out this kind of ideas, it makes the work interesting. But if it's just mismeans and all these things, you see young people, they feel like this is dirty work. I don't want to go into this. But when you tell them, oh, this is not just it. You have the ability to think outside the box, bring out innovative ideas that you are going to use to bring out something amazing that people have not actually seen using this software. So I think when we are able to talk about skills, let's also do it in completion with giving a platform where people have the opportunity to innovate, bring out new ideas, so that it won't be like just a normal normal technical work, but also an innovative practice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Over to you, Roseline. Just thinking about what you said when it comes to building communities, there's one thing that we really, really ignore. I think we normalize it and we just feel like, okay, you know, you just go out, you meet people, and that's it, right? We're not able to, and this has created this clique. I think it happened in Lagos and Abuja, probably everywhere, where there's just this clique of friends that you have, and then that's it. You don't want anybody to come in, you don't want anybody to go out. What is Cafe One doing to break that norm, where we are now able to connect with people regardless of background, religion, culture? We're just able to connect because we have one thing in common, which is our ability to create. Because I think your community is about creativity, creative people, innovative people. That's one question. Second question is, what is your target audience, and how do you select the target audience?
Okay, when you talk about cliques, the first thing that came to mind is this Lekki chess community. So the Lekki chess community, for chess players, you realize that it's just like a golf club. A lot of people use it for networking. So you would always bring your next big boy into a chess community. And so when we wanted to break into Lekki Chess Club, what we did was we organized an event at Cafe One. So we usually would organize events to attract the clique that we want to break into. So we organized an event called Chess and Coffee, and then we approached them and told them, we have these cool kids from Makoko that can play chess, and I bet you they're going to floor you guys. And you know, they just took it with full chest, like he said, and they came on. That was like a challenge they saw, like, we've been hearing about them, but man, they can't be like us. And what that first event did for us was we brought together those big boys in Lekki that ordinarily the small kids in Makoko will never meet. So we brought the kids, we brought the chess big boys in Lekki. Then we opened it up to every other person that attend. It was a phenomenal event. So the kids, of course, got to meet with people that they didn't think they would meet. They had informal conversation on what it means to be a big boy, how do you achieve that, over chess. So chess was the breaker. And yes, a lot of them did beat those guys. So that's how we broke into chess, that's Lekki Chess Club. And probably months later, or probably a year later, they had an event, Oki Chess Club, and they invited Cafe One, invited Sterling. It was an international event, but we had a partnership. And subsequently, they even offered to teach Cafe One, in fact, Sterling staff and anybody that was interested, free chess. They get offered free chess lessons for a month. So, but that started from just an event. And so we are leveraging the events tied to this community to break into cliques. And I can give you different examples of every other event. We bring in even their businesses that started in Cafe One. They worked together in our co-working space. I always say that Cafe One is the place you not only network, you connect and ideate. I currently have a tech fest that would happen on Saturday, and the partner, DEF, they all met in Cafe One. They built their community. They built the business in Cafe One, and then they brought the tech community. So this one was really great. They brought the tech community. If you're in a techie, you understand you have your community. And if nothing appeals to you, no matter the English I speak, I won't enter if I'm not in that play. So Cafe One supports this different community, and we are using events to break into it. And they were furthering it by the launch of our app, Fusion. Fusion would be like it will replicate what you have in a WhatsApp, a Facebook community, and would do all that in Fusion. And you will be able to create your own community, your close network, and invite more people on it. And then to answer the second question, our target audience, we have the Gen Z, we have the millennials, we have the technopreneurs, we have the small business owner. We're also looking at, most times we say people between 25 to 40, but trust me, I've seen people that are way older that come to Cafe One Space just to network and connect. So that's
thank you very much.
You know, I'm sorry. Yeah. It just occurred to me that the first 3 months of incubating the idea of Live End was actually in Cafe One.
Yippee!
I didn't remember.
Yeah.
And I always say this story because I started and it was just me. Yeah. And then I hired an assistant who was an accountant. I realized the role of accounts. So I was very particular about who I hired. Yeah. And we will sit there, have a coffee. I remember most of the staff, the early staff in Cafe One. And we were there for 3 months incubating this idea. Wow. That is now what it is.
So good news. Good news is Cafe One is coming to Abuja in partnership with iCreate Africa. We're going to be setting up Cafe One here, and it's going to be probably the best one, right?
Because we innovate, right?
We
get better.
With you, allow it, yes. It'll be
it's gonna be the best. I mean, the one in Lagos, yeah, it's alright. But this one. Come on, it's going to be one of the best one, and it's like we said, it's about building communities. It's about getting people, like he said, he just confirmed how he was able to build a whole platform, within that space. And so what we're trying to do is bring all these partners together, create structures and systems that would support innovation, support young people, to bring those ideas to life. If you guys noticed yesterday while I was standing there, and we had all of this, competitors just here, and it almost moved me to tears, not because of their uniforms or their shoes. It's just because I have had this in my head, right? I had this in my head and I can see it physically. And for me, it's like, wow. So just being able to create a system where people can bring those ideas from their head and, they can see it physically. And apart from that, it's just, oh, wow. 2 more minutes. Okay. So it's just understanding that we're all connected as individuals, right? And our dreams are connected. And you might be somebody's connector in the sense that your dream coming to life might be the next person's dream coming to life. Just us doing this, us coming together to do this is bringing this guy's dreams to life. There's young people here, the student that came all the way. So I'm just going to give you guys 1 minute each. 1 minute. Sorry, I'm going to just make it 4. Just 1 minute each. 1 minute each. 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. To just say your last words. And it should be around how we can work together to leverage technology to support our young people and the next generation. Starting with you.
Sorry, please. Before you start, can we call back our contestants, please?
Go ahead, please.
Okay, Skillers. Please, can we come back to our workspace? I know you've refreshed, you've taken out time to have a break, and of course, ready to work. So, can we come down right now? Quickly. I'm just giving you 60 seconds. Starting now. Quickly. Okay.
Go ahead. Okay. Do we have more than 2 minutes now? Huh?
Take out.
Do we have more than 2 minutes now?
Yeah, she took out of the 1 minute.
You took out of the 1 minute now, so if you plus it plus this one, that's like 5 minutes.
Say with interest.
I'm just saying, like, you have to...
3 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I'll just end with this quote. It's a quote by Mark Mullen-Webb. He says, what's the need of technology if it's not bringing people together? So why are we talking a lot about AI, robotics, big data, when it's not bringing people together? But that's actually what it's doing. And so every platform that is enabled by technology, the first goal is to make life easy for the users. The second is to connect people. And Cafe One, his platform, and Skillers NG are all doing that. So it's very laudable.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I think for me, one thing I would like to leave in the hearts of everyone here is that while we can all sit down and blame, the government for where we are as a country, we can all also choose to focus on one aspect of the country that we can make better in our own different endeavors. Sterling has talked about what they're doing in the banking sector. You're doing what you're doing in the artisan class, and in the skillers class, right? And we're doing what we're doing in the construction material class. If everybody focuses on that one thing that their skill set, can deal with, we will build a country that we will be proud of. We need the government, don't get me wrong, but I would dare say regardless, of the government. So it's really not only about what the government can do for us, which is important, but what we can do to improve our different sectors, industries. And the other very important thing that I'm very proud of, if I will blow my own trumpet and yours, is amongst our parents, right? There was a lot less collaboration than we are seeing today, because there was a lot of self. And I'm really, really proud about how Skillers, we entered into conversation talking about how we can collaborate, and we're doing it. And I'm not putting my eyes in yours, and you're not putting your eyes in mine. If at all we are, it is about how we can support each other and make each other better. And how Sterling Bank has also looked at us and said, hey, you guys are doing these things, young men. We would also we will bring our experience, we will bring our resources, we will bring our contact, we'll bring our structure, and we will help you succeed. I think it's really phenomenal. And if everybody goes away living, having that in mind, we would have succeeded with this.
Awesome.
Okay,
Sir, go ahead.
I think what I would say is innovation is in the mind. I'm amazed with what we are doing here, amazing things we are doing here. And I think if we push forward, working together is giving these guys the ability to innovate, not just working on a particular design, but innovate, think outside the box. We may be amazed what they are going to come out with. And what helps us to achieve that is the softwares. Now, we're talking about these softwares. These softwares are very important. If they know how to use these softwares, we now have softwares that are very easy. You don't need, it's not a rocket science. Just few tools, you're able to achieve what you have in your mind. And this table we have here, somebody can redesign it to something else that another person will like. You say, how did you even imagine this? How did this come to be in existence?
1 more minute, please.
So I think, thank you so much. I think what we will do looking forward is we would like to partner with you also, so that we'll introduce these guys to these softwares. We want them to think outside the box. We want to see new things and amazing things that they can do with these softwares. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you. I think my last word would just be simple. Doing nothing is doing something. Doing nothing is doing something. If you decide to say, I'm just going to sit down and watch, that's doing something. There's a result for that, right? Each and every one of us here, and everybody have probably been on this panel, are people like me and you. And like I always say, the government are people too. They're fathers, they're brothers, they're sisters, they're cousins. They're people, right? And if we decide to say we want to leave the entire country in their hands, the result is what we're experiencing. So as individuals, like he said, we have to take responsibility. We have to stop being selfish and just us. We experience that a lot during this whole process, where we go to a company and they tell us, what do we stand to gain as a company? Do you have our clientele? Right? It's about us. But that us, what's going on now? We can't even travel from here to Kaduna. No matter how much money you have, you can't enter the train. Right? So,
right, yes.
Anything you do,
yes.
doing nothing is doing something. Thank you very much.
Please, a round of applause. This session was really, really wonderful. I know if I leave, Bright will be here till tomorrow. But please, another round of applause. Thank you. This is a formidable force, and I love it. Just from one idea, it birthed others, and of course, it will bring much collaboration and much innovation. Please, photo session.
Artisans, please, you've started your work.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. For a brief moment, I will be inviting architect Zuleiha Baba Geri on stage to say a few words, and then we continue. Okay, thank you, vote of thanks, whichever one. Ladies and gentlemen, please, architect
All right,
Baba Geri Zuleiha.
thank you so much. I can tell you that for all the plenary sessions, we've enjoyed the discussions, and we're happy that this happened. Thank you so much for attending. While we're still here, I would plead with you to still go around, see what is happening, engage yourself with the experts that are at every booth, talk to them, know what each and every competitor is up to. Thank you so much. Do have a lovely day. Bye.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I trust that we did enjoy that session. Special thanks to my co-anchor, Mrs. Bolima Olusayero, for taking us through that session. The first, the second, and the third, and
finding experts for a construction job can be such a battle. You search for competent artisans and professionals for that building project, only to get disappointed by poor service delivery again and again. That's why we created Skillers, a full-stack online recruitment platform where we do all the work to pre-screen skilled top-quality professionals for all types of building projects, from construction to maintenance and renovation. Here's how. You tell us who you're looking for: carpenters, plumbers, bricklayers, anyone, and at what location. We will provide an array of skilled artisans to choose from, displaying their profile with previous work done and past ratings received. We also have a dashboard where you could post available jobs. But don't stress, if you don't have time for that, we can get it done for you. In case you're wondering how we ensure a satisfactory job, not to worry. Project supervisors review projects every day to ensure project quality and completion, all at affordable rates. So go ahead with your brilliant building dreams. And Skillers Workforce will bring you closer to getting it done.
we have Bosch, and of course GIZ, and other stands that you can find around the conference center. Do not be in a hurry to go. Let's enjoy. I'll also walk by and see what the competitors are doing. I'm sure you might learn a thing or two. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Do have a wonderful.
Hi, I'm Akumbelu Ashegun from Badon, or to be precise. I'm a professional electrical engineer. I won. I'm first electrician in the whole world now, you know. Firstly, I would say it's a lesson. I was there last year in which I competed. I failed, but I decided to try again this year. So it's a lesson that once you fall, you can rise again. So I came again to win it. I feel blessed. I feel fulfilled. I have at least performed what I know I can do better. My first production was a feather plucking machine that roasts down chicken, in which I was putting my spotlight. But this year I was getting people to patronize me, getting people to believe in what Nigerians can do. That's the most toughest part of it. I want to have a production company where we have electrical gadgets made in Nigeria, better, cheaper, and easier to produce. I'm very grateful for this great opportunity to show what I can do to the world, to give me a chance to tell the world I got skills. I have what I can do to make, to to show forth. I'm so happy and I thank you for this great opportunity. Hi, I'm Akambelu Ashegun from Badon, Oyo to be precise. I'm a professional electrical engineer. I won. I'm first electrician in the whole world now. You know. Firstly, I would say it's a lesson. I was there last year in which I competed. I failed, but I decided to try again this year. So it's a lesson that once you fall, you can rise again. So I came again to win it. I feel blessed. I feel fulfilled. I have at least performed what I know I can do better. My first production was a feather plucking machine that roasts around chicken, in which I was putting my spotlight. But this year I was getting people to patronize me, getting people to believe in what Nigerians can do. That's the most toughest part of it. I want to have a production company where we have electrical gadgets made in Nigeria, better, cheaper, and easier to produce. I'm very grateful for this great opportunity to show what I can do to the world, to give me a chance to tell the world I got skills. I have what I can do to make, to show forth. So happy. I would say it's a lesson. I was there last year in which I competed. I failed, but I decided to try again this year. So it's a lesson that once you fall, you can rise again. So I came again to win it. I feel blessed. I feel fulfilled. I have at least performed what I know I can do better. My first production was a feather plucking machine that roasts around chicken, in which I was putting my spotlight. But this year I was getting people to patronize me, getting people to believe in what Nigerians can do. That's the most toughest part of it. I want to have a production company where we have electrical gadgets made in Nigeria, better, cheaper, and easier to produce. I'm very grateful for this great opportunity to show what I can do to the world, to give me a chance to tell the world I got skills. I have what I can do to make, to show forth. I'm so happy and I thank you for this great opportunity. Hi, I'm Akambelu Ashegun from Badon, Oyo to be precise. I'm a professional electrical engineer. I won. I'm first electrician in the whole world now. You know. Firstly, I would say it's a lesson. I was there last year in which I competed. I failed, but I decided to try again this year. So it's a lesson that once you fall, you can rise again. So I came again to win it. I feel blessed. I feel fulfilled. I have at least performed what I know I can do better. My first production was a feather plucking machine that roasts around chicken, in which I was putting my spotlight. But this year I was getting people to patronize me, getting people to believe in what Nigerians can do. That's the most toughest part of it. I want to have a production company where we have electrical gadgets made in Nigeria, better, cheaper, and easier to produce. I'm very grateful for this great opportunity to show what I can do to the world, to give me a chance to tell the world I got skills. I have what I can do to make, to show forth. I'm so happy and I thank you for this great opportunity.